Welcome to Eye on Paulsboro. Time for a new program. I am so thrilled that Irma is back from Florida, and might I add, without scandal. We're so happy that she's back, and we're here today at the iconic Don Berts custard stand on Broad Street in Paulsboro, where Paulsboro meets Gibbstown. Harry spent a lot of money on the new facade. The menu has changed a little bit, but the old staples here. Irma, it must be summertime on the way.
It is, John. It was beautiful in Florida. Enjoyed every minute. I had my Paulsboro shirt on, of course, down there, and this guy came up. He says, "Yeah, Paulsboro wrestling's great." And I said, "Where are you from?" "Kid at Cindy." And I had a couple other people down that way, and had a great time. No, you don't know about the scandal because I sang. Well, never mind. But anyway, I'm glad to be back, John. I miss my town.
And we're thrilled that you are back, which means we'll have an extended community notes as we wind the program down. Going to get an update on the new water filtration plant. A little bit of a tongue twister there. An update on when the water tower is coming. Going to visit with Harry, the owner here, and our new councilman. Stay with us. We're coming right back from Don Berts Custards.
It does.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back. As I mentioned at the top of the show, this week's program comes to you from the iconic Don Berts custard stand here on Broad Street in Paulsboro, where Paulsboro meets Gibbstown. And for those who go back a few years like myself, you remember the landscape dotted with custard stands. Of course, this originally was Tasty Freeze, then became Don Berts, and in 2009, Harry Sturgis, standing next to me, took full ownership, he and his family. And in this recent cycle, if you've driven by recently, it looks spectacular. And this is a fun place, and there are a lot of memories that people have, because generally when the custard stand's open, warmer weather's coming and summertime's on its way, and we're here at the beginning of spring. So Harry, first of all, welcome, and let me say to you, I know the effort you've put in here. The place looks good.
Thank you, John. I know Don Berts has been here a long time. In fact, how I found Don Berts was Mr. Gezzi. I lived in Belmar at the time, and I started buying water ice from Mr. Gezzi. And they told me about this place, and I came here and got a hamburger. I think at the time, hamburgers were really cheap. Yeah. But you know what it is, John, everything goes up. So I got to meet the owners. At the time, it was Dwayne and Donnie. And I approached them if they wanted to sell. And Donnie sold me his partnership of it in 2005. And I acquired in 2009 the other half. Everybody knows Dwayne Reed, passed away. And Mr. and Mrs. Reed at the time, held the mortgage, and I was able to purchase the place.
And as in any business, you can just sort of sit here and let things happen. This is a place that has a big following for its many years. But Harry, you've taken it to the next level. Been very respectful of its history, but give us a sense, because there's a different menu now, but the mainstays are here. The custard's delicious. The hamburgers are still have an interesting flavor to them, a good flavor, and you're expanding everything.
Yes, the burgers, I'm using Botto's now. Botto's makes a good product. They're 85% lean. I also put turkey burgers in, because a lot of people don't like red meat today. I changed the steak to Philadelphia cheesesteak, and I'll never touch the cheese, because I know what'll happen. It'll run me right out of town. I heard the story about the cheese here with the cheese fries. The custard, the reason the custard's here, Mr. Gezzi, again, when I got involved in water ice and custard, told me what mix to use for competition. I've always used it. I'm going to continue using it. It's a high grade, a high quality. A lot of people might not understand there's different qualities of ice cream. A lot of people might go somewhere else and try it and always come back here and say, your ice cream's great. That's because I spend the money for a high-quality mix.
And it makes a difference. Now, you're added this year. The sign says Stewart's Root Beer. Tell us about those additions.
Yes, Stewart's Root Beer. That's a great product. I wanted to change it up from just having Coke and Pepsi in here. I put it in, and I didn't realize how it's going to take off. The orange cream's unreal. Everybody's running here for orange cream right now. The weather's been cooperative, and I'm very happy. As you know, things are going up, John, and believe me, I'm trying to keep my prices fair to everybody. If I have to raise something, that's because they raised the price to me. I'm not trying to take money from anybody, believe me. We're just trying to be fair.
Oh, Harry, it costs money, and people understand that. You've expanded the line. The Botto's product is exciting. Some Botto's sausage. You've got Richmond's ice cream for hand dipped, and the soft-serve custard, I'm telling you, is legendary. We ride around a lot, myself, Janice, and others, and Janice always wants to stop here for custard. You're doing a fine job, and the outside, the decor, really brings the place to life.
Yes, I really appreciate that, John. It was an older building, and I put some paint on it, and I tried to make it friendly and happy for people to come here. And we attacked that, and it does. It looks good. We're getting a lot of compliments.
It works. It's a friendly place. There's plenty of parking, easy to get in and out of, and you'll run into an old friend, I'm sure. Hours of operation, 7 days a week?
Yes, sir. We're open 11 o'clock, Monday through Sunday, to 10 o'clock at night, weather permitting.
And there's an ATM machine right here by the custard. That's sort of unique to custard stands through South Jersey. Stop in, sample the menu, and if Guy Freddy's watching somewhere on YouTube, you got to bring diners and drive-ins and dives here and try the cheese fries. We'll be right back.
I pledge to be there for you when disaster strikes, to guide you through your claim,
To offer personalized coverage from a choice of insurance companies.
to explain your policy and treat you with respect.
That's the Trusted Choice Pledge. We put it in writing.
Home, auto, business, life.
We are Trusted Choice, independent insurance agents in your hometown.
Spartan Planning, your local trusted choice agency. Call 423-4561.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Alan C. McBride, Beth McBride Foley, and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like True Test paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice. Think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Welcome back to the program. Our show continues from the iconic Don Berts custard stand here on Broad Street where Paulsboro meets Skipstown. It's been here a long time, and for those who are fans of the Food Network and diners, drive-ins, and dives, you'd have to think at some point Guy Ferretti's got to stop by because it's a lot of fun here. With me now is Eric Bierman. Bierman or Biederman?
Bierman.
Bierman. You know, it's not a good sign with my inability to remember names at this point in time. But Eric is part of the firm that handles our water and sewer, has been quarterbacking, designed, and following through on the construction of the new water filter plant that's coming to life up on Berkeley Road, and the new water tower that's to go in place on Nassau Avenue. So we've done updates, and it's getting close. Eric, where are we? I guess we start with the water filtration plant.
That's right. We're probably about 85% finished on the water treatment plant. We've got both wells drilled. They're in the plant. The building's up for both wells. The treatment plant building's up. Most of the equipment's in place, and we're putting together the controls and the electric and some of the instrumentation on the inside of the plant to make the plant run. And we're going to start putting the plant through its paces in April, just testing it out and getting things ready to go for the summertime.
And as I've said before on this program, people take water for granted. You turn a spigot on and it's there. But this is a very sophisticated plant, especially weighed against the last time a new well was drilled, I guess well number 7. And if you remember the earlier shows, you saw the infrastructure taking place, the holding tanks, the concrete reinforced walls. So this plant is built for the future, right, Eric, and what it may have to handle to meet water standards.
That's correct. We made plans for any sort of changes in the groundwater quality. And we've even put extra room in the plant for another filter in the future if it's ever needed. We don't anticipate at this point in time, but the room is there to grow if necessary.
And a good supply of water is important not only for the residences, but for the port coming and for industry and business. These kind of infrastructure things are what business looks at when they think about coming to a region. And the fact we're still pumping our own water is a big deal. Price tag on this, Eric, and how has this project gone from a standpoint of budget?
Well, the project's on budget. It is a big price tag for the overall project. The overall project's approximately $7 million. But for the funding for it, it's coming through two federal agencies, the Economic Development Administration and USDA, and both of them are providing grants and loans for the project. So the borough is fortunate to be able to partner with those two agencies to be able to fund this project.
And it's a big ticket item, and there are grants, as Eric mentioned. There is some money that had to be borrowed. At a given point, the water bills may have to be adjusted a bit. Council will make that decision when it's time. I won't be at that meeting unless I'm there as a citizen, but this is a real important investment for everyone. And the sister and companion project to this is a new elevated tower, and that's why you've seen the older tower on Nassau Avenue become rusted, because we weren't going to make the investment to paint it knowing we were going to replace it.
That's right. A few years ago, we took a look at the old tower on Nassau Avenue, and the tower is over 80 years old. The tower is in a condition where it would need to be, in order for it to last for another 30 years or so, we'd have to put substantial improvements into it. So the decision was made, and rightfully so, to build a new tank next to it. The tank will be larger size, and that larger size will help us accommodate any needs for the new port that's going in as well. We're planning on breaking ground on the water tower in the next week or so, and you'll soon see the tower start to be built with the foundation first, and then by mid to late summer, the tower should be fully built and then ready for painting.
Important project as well. It all ties together. It's Eric Bierman from Sickles and Associates. They're the municipal water and sewer engineer. Have done an outstanding job. Them, along with Borough Administrator John Salvatore, coordinating what you've heard to be a $6 and $7 million project. That's just on the water treatment facility. And notice that Bridgeton cut the ribbon on their new facility. I think Salem City is online. So there's a generation of these new plants in the region.
That's right. That's right. All of these new plants are going to serve their communities for years to come.
Very good, and we're certainly grateful for the federal agencies that have been helpful with the money. Stay with us. We're coming right back. We're at Don Berts Custard on Broad Street, where Paulsboro meets Gibbstown.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back to the show. We're at the iconic Don Berts custard stand on Broad Street. We stepped outside. The sun's come out. It's a beautiful day. With me now is Gary Stevenson. Of course, you know, he's studying to be a mortician, which is why he's in black today. And he's very close to obtaining his license. He has served his community as a volunteer fireman, as our municipal fire chief, in fact, helping bring the department into modern times from equipment standpoints and procedures. And now he has been seated on the council. In my retirement from mayor, Jeff Hamilton moved up to mayor. There was a vacancy on council, which allowed for an appointment for the unexpired term of Jeff's seat. And Gary Stevenson was the selection, and I think a very good one. He was very dedicated. So, Gary, first of all, welcome. Congratulations on your new responsibility.
Thank you, Mayor.
How are you taking to it?
Thank you, Mayor. It's an honor to do this. I'm glad to be appointed, and I'm bringing a proactive approach to what we need to do out there. I think we can't be just reactive. We need to start being out there. And we had a big meeting yesterday with Council President Joe Vanetti with a lot of department heads saying, hey, we got to get out from behind the desk, out from the police cars, out from the borough cars, and start walking this town and seeing what's going on.
Gary, you know, I spent a few years there myself, and what you just described is something we always strive for, because personal contact is best. Our road department, everybody works very hard, but resources are limited, so everybody has to do a little more.
Exactly. I mean, we're looking into merged services, shared services. Maybe some people are going to get delegated more jobs. That's what we're going through. I'm not a big believer in if it isn't broke, don't fix it. I think everything needs to be looked at over a certain amount of time. So that's what we're doing. We're going to be out there. We're doing things.
And it's the right approach, as I mentioned. We've got a town forum coming up. Irma will give details and community notes, and I was a big fan of those, got to do a few over the years, and that's a good way to interact with council people, with the mayor, because they're just your neighbors. Any priorities, Gary? I mean, the department heads thing you just mentioned feels good. The water filtration plant, Eric was on the program. That's coming along. There's progress.
Yeah, there's progress. I mean, we're working on a new plaza development here. That's really going to brighten this part of the town real well. We're working with the Highway and Streets Department, hiring a couple more guys there. We may be doing something different with the trash and recycling to get our guys out doing more within the town. So, we're going to hit this hard. We're going to keep at it, and we're going to get another new council person shortly, and that person will bring hopefully vitality. And we're going to be out there, but we need the citizens' help, not a new mayor or a new councilman. We need our people in the town to help us.
New is not a bad thing. Change is not a bad thing. And Gary did mention that another person will be seated at council. I was remiss in mentioning that Elsie Tedeschi has retired from council. And we're going to get her on the show at some point. She had some personal issues she wanted to attend to, family matters she wanted to pay a little more time to, works very hard at the high school. She was a great service to the governing body. And Gary, you've got a good group, so you guys can get it done.
I think so. I really think so. I brought a proactive approach to them. They've welcomed it. Like you said, we're having these meetings now, and some departments heads say they haven't met with anybody for a while. We want their input. We want them to how we can help their departments better, and also how they can help us better. And we're going to work together, and we're going to make Paulsboro be a lot better.
It's the right theme, and local government is local people. Everyone knows each other. They're your neighbors. Be part of it. Be involved. Talk to your council people. Talk to the mayor. You'd be surprised. They want to hear from you. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
When Hurricane Katrina came through, we lost everything. We lost our business. Our Trusted Choice insurance agent took care of us in the worst possible time in anybody's lives. The good times are rolling again. Had it not been for our Trusted Choice agent, I promise you we would not be here today.
Trusted Choice independent insurance agents offer coverage from a choice of companies and pledge to be there for you when disaster strikes your home or business.
Spartan Planning, your local Trusted Choice agency. Call 423-4561.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Alan C. McBride, Beth McBride Foley, and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like TrueTest paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice. Think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Welcome back. It's time for Community Notes with Irma Stevenson. Irma, after a one-show hiatus, and we had near upheaval among our loyal viewers. Where's Irma? Where's Irma? She was in Florida. Her son just made mention of her shoes. Fred will get a shot at those at some point. Irma, I happen to like the shoes. They're
very comfortable they're kind of old lady shoes.
They're not, they're beautiful. Not old lady at all. Do you have anything for us?
Oh my God. Facebook is 764 people, John. Probably. Boston, North Carolina, all over. So thank you. Happy birthdays to Cindy Trout, Jean Bay, my husband Walter Stevenson. He's 76, John, and he's still surviving me. Brenda K. Stevenson, our daughter, who is retiring after 32 years, April 1st, is court clerk, John. Andrew Jeffers, the twins, Brooke and Pierce Reuter. Easy Rider, my grandson, you like that name. Bootsy Goldman, Old Boots. Winnie Kokla, Dana Funk, Rick Castrava, Ray Latch, Dwayne Kidd, Floyd Kidd, and Travis Kidd. John Vogening. And John, we're so glad you're back in Paulsboro. John, he was in the hospital 6 weeks, and he now sounds like his old self, and he's ready to go again. Mary Scipielli, Judy Maurer, Brian O'Leary, Jen O'Leary, Sarah Carson, my buddy Sock Carson, and my dear friend Franny Carson. Archie Romnick, Sister Joanne, John. Don't forget, we need her blessings, John. George Hirsch, Vincent Cordetti, Vincent Battaglia, and Donnie Mann. And happy anniversaries to our son Gary and his wife Raylan Stevenson, Sally and Bill Doak, Betty and John Vogening. Oh, bless you, John. Kathy and Steve Hunkler, Debbie and Anthony Canista, Gloria and Russ Trumbull, Marge and Ray Latch, Peg and Joe D'Angelo, and Lenny and Mary Curtis. Chinese auction, John. Here we go again. Sponsored by our Paulsboro Day Committee. April 28th, Saturday, 441 Nassau Avenue at the Billingsport School. Entry cards are 4 o'clock. Auction starts at 7. Great items, refreshments, and the proceeds will go to keep the entertainment for the kids free. Welcome back home, John Vogening. Like I say, we love you, John. And welcome, Nancy Carson wanted me to say, welcome baby boy Dante Antonelli. Happy parents are Melissa and Greg Antonelli. Grandparents are Don and Paul Young, and great-grandparents are Emma and Paul Young. Feed My Sheep. Don't forget, St. Paul's United Methodist Church, corner of Broad and Delaware Street, the last Wednesday of every month from 11 a to 1 p, and everyone is invited. And this is a date to remember, October 27th this year, 2 Paulsboro High School class reunions are going to be held.
October?
Well, John, I got to get my gang ready. Great class of 1957 and the class of 77. More to follow. We're going to do a tour of the high school, a tailgate party, but it's got to be donuts and whatever. And then one group's going to Sports Club, one group's going to Sons of Italy. I'd like to say thank you to Isaac Redmond, Paulsboro High School graduate in 2003 at Bowie State, and now he's our Pittsburgh Steelers player. He's going to have a football camp for the Paulsboro kids, June 26th and 27th from 9 to 11:30 for athletes aged 12 to 17, $25. But all money is going to be donated to our Paulsboro midget football program. He wants to get back to Paulsboro, and thank you. And he's probably going to have some surprises, other football players. John, Town Forum. Saturday, March 24th from 10 a to 12 noon, Paulsboro High School at the cafeteria. Meet our police chief and our council people and our mayor. Gibbstown Boy Scout Troop 17 and Cutback 132. Open house Tuesday. This Tuesday, okay, from 7 to 8:15, the Gibbstown VFW Post. They want to tell you what Boy Scouts have to offer. Ham and cabbage dinner on March 21st, Gibbstown VFW. 4 on. And our wonderful Club 10 is having a casino trip to the Taj Mahal on April the 7th, 10 a.m. sharp. Be there and call Shirley Kidd 423-1665. And John, we also have a Borough Paulsboro Open Shred Day event. First scheduled event will be May the 12th at Billingsport School. Next one will be October the 6th next to the Borough Hall. Call any information for 423-1500. Bring your bags and boxes of paper to be shredded. Go out to Borough Hall, and this will give you the whole details. And this is another thing for Paulsboro people to get rid of the junk.
Yeah, it's always hard to do. My goodness, there's a lot of things I like to shred. The Boys and Girls Club celebrates their 10th anniversary. We're going to have footage and still photos. It was a very successful event. Unfortunately, Irma was in Florida, couldn't make it, but big crowd, lovely evening, and that'll be on the next program. Irma, welcome back, and it's going to do it for this show.
John, there's no place like home. I don't care what you say. Paulsboro Spirit's always with me. Well, sometimes too much spirit, but anyway, always glad to be back. So, see you on Broad Street, John.
We are on Broad Street, yes, very good. For Bill Crane, our producer, who couldn't be with us, for Fred Bookter behind the camera, till next time.